Hello there. How's it going? How's everybody in a core 102 awesome land? I hope you're staying safe, um, staying clear of the storm. Hopefully, you're warm, um, and all that good stuff. So, as you gathered already, it's kind of what I was going to talk about anyway today if I'd been there live and in person. I said we got the email like 9:30, 10 o'clock saying this is what we were supposed to do. And so by that time, it was just a little too late. So, we're going to talk about today, chapter one, or at least in this video, chapter one, public speaking. We've talked a little bit about some of these ideas, but I did want to kind of go over a few of the ones specific from the textbook, that our online textbook, Exploring Public Speaking. I like this definition here. Public speaking is formalized communication with an audience designed to achieve mutual understanding for mutual benefit, like a conversation. I think about our conversation model last semester, rather than a performance, right? So you can relate to your audience on a human and a personal level. And this is different than the first definition that they had in the book. This one comes a little bit later on page 4. And I like it because it doesn't restrict it to face to face. If you'll notice the first definition that it gives us, it has this very, very specific one-to-one correlation that a public speaking scenario, situation must be face to face. And so we're obviously going to upend that, this semester. It further talks about anxiety and public speaking and these three false beliefs. And I want to encourage you when we record ours, when we do ours, I think we're going to do those. We talked about doing like a Google Meet, and not to think that it's an all or nothing situation. That it's like you do it right, and then that means that that's it, right? You either do it correctly or you do it poorly. That's false. An overgeneralization where we think we read too much into it and say, okay, if we do this, then that means we're not going to, kind of along the lines of similar to the fortune telling. Okay, so I did poorly, or I feel like I did quote unquote badly, and then therefore I'm not going to perform well in future speeches, and that's just false. The best way to overcome anxiety in public speaking: speech preparation. Know your facts, right? Know that you're going to start with the introduction, your three main body points, the words that you're going to use, have everything spelled out, go over it, be very, very familiar with it before you just deliver it cold, so to speak, right? Without reading it. Know your information really, really, really well. And of course, the other way to get over it is just kind of just do it, just do it, just do it. And we're going to do that several times this semester. Um, I like this the process of public speaking. It really speaks to the heart of communication, right? We have the sender receiver situation, right? And so Johann Goethe comes along and he says, no one would talk much in society if they really knew how much they misunderstood others. And this herein lies the problem of we encode information that we send. Receivers then decode that information. We use this using symbols, right? Words, letters. We now use emojis, right? We use logos. Applications have a particular look to them that send particular information to people and communicate it. And so part of that process of being prepared and then kind of speaking is understanding the value. We've talked about this too in our class, where the American Association of Colleges and Universities said, okay, here's two things that we really, 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 really feel like college degreed individuals maybe aren't quite getting enough of, but you want them to really have a good skill to communicate orally and to problem solve, especially collaboratively. So I feel like, and this very last quote kind of in this chapter, talking about presentations that lead to change in laws, politics, leadership, and cultures happen every day and all over the world. And they kind of also speaks to not only the communicating, but in presenting in general really can affect change. So these foundational principles that they go over: timing, get your timing down. Muscle memory, that's about repetition, doing this over and over and over again, feeling comfortable delivering a speech. And then also to get across too when you're speaking, that to let people know how much you care about what you're talking about is that actually sometimes more important than whether you know a lot about it, right? Know your facts. You don't have to know everything, right? But know enough to demonstrate that you care. And then finally, make it your own. There's just only so many things that you need to worry about. So, in review, communicate with purpose, communicate confidently, communicate carefully, choose your words, communicate consciously, right? Think about the effects of our communication, and then communicate often. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I'll be back to talk about chapter 12. You guys stay safe and stay awesome. Bye now.